Salutations to all fellow treasure hunting addicts. Hello, here I am. Here I am. And let's see, we check off the live. Go in here. And see where I'm at. So it says, oh my goodness. I just gained 20 subs yesterday. Okay. Nobody on yet? Okay, so I'm going to go in and go to my channel. I'm going to click on my live, and I'm going to put here. Thank you so much for helping me to get to 1,903 subs and 1,896. That watch hours. Much appreciation. So, here I am. And I probably should have put this on my community page to let everybody know that I would be here this morning, but I didn't do that. I will just entertain the thought of having as many of y'all as can spend a little bit of time with me and kind of reminisce over what we found over the last few days from, I guess it'd be a week ago, Wednesday, Friday, Monday, and Wednesday. And so I give you totals. 2, 4, 6, 8. On Wednesday last, a week ago yesterday, we gathered 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 2, 3, 4, so good morning. Dennis Jameson, how are you this morning, brother? How's Lucy? Oh, I know. Well, I'm kind of mumbling here because nobody was here. So I'll speak up. Is that better? I wasn't really uh, talking loud because I was kind of talking to myself. So, how are you? Yeah, I find that if I actually speak up, everybody can hear me. But this iPad doesn't pick up sounds real well. You got to get real close. And then I'm looking like this, and it's not a very pretty picture, right? Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. We uh, we all need to feel as good as possible, and believe me, getting around to it and I are no stranger to uh, medical conditions. Let's put it that way. So I have a lot of things. Not a bad picture. Oh, come on. You're joshing. And I get up there and you see that I haven't cleaned up the whiskers in a while. That's a little too close. So we're just going to go over some of the things we found over the last week and see if I made any accomplishments here. I really haven't sat down and broken up the days, and I know I've got lots and lots and lots of zincs. So everything. I found yesterday some goodies, and on Monday I found quite a few goodies, and a lot of Zinkins and bottle caps and pull tabs naturally. But we've got some neat little things like yesterday. I haven't cleaned this up yet and looked at it real careful, but I believe this is a silver earring with some little stones in it. We're going to test those today. I doubt that they're real, but we're going to test them anyway. And they don't have the holes that you would expect for real stones, so I don't think they're real. But that's a here. Let me put this up here and focus on that better. So it's got 9 little stones in it, and I believe it's silver because it just has that look that it's silver. And I found another part of an earring yesterday. Hey, DJ. So I'd only found the earpiece, I couldn't find the rest of it, but I found this with 4 nickels, so that was fortuitous. And we found this little, see if we can focus in on this and see what that is. That's a little angel. Whoops. Still need to find my jewelers. I've looked all over for them. I've got a set of jeweler get in here somewhere. Anyway, that's a little angel. See her? She's got, it's her head and shoulders and arms, and her wing is behind. I don't know if you can see that or not, but she's got her head resting on her hand. It's a little charm, little silver charm. So, yeah, we found that. And we found number 58, little ring. It's just a little kid's adjustable ring, but it's a ring. Yeah, the charm is silver, but anyway, number 58. The other day, on Monday, I found this earring, and if we look at the earring real close here, let's see. I think you'll see on the stem. Let's see if I can. Oh, I think I got it backwards here. Come on. Which side was it on? I think it's on this side. I can't get in there close enough. Anyway, on the earpiece there, it says 925. I need to get one of those scopes. I really do. Anyway, it does say 925 on it. Yeah, we have a few pieces of silver. This one is a pendant I found on Monday, and turns out that the chain and everything, need a better way of holding things. Let's see. Found a pair of tweezers. Let me hold it with the tweezers. Maybe that'll work better. So the pendant, I think, is a garnet, but the rim around it is silver. Come on, focus. I don't think it's a ruby. It's red, but I think it's a garnet. And the rim is silver. But the chain and the little loop that holds the pendant to the chain turned out to be just the chain was silver plated. Let's see. At one point. You can see the silver on it in places there. But this was wrapped around uh, this. So it's a bottle opener, and the chain was all wrapped up in this, and the little pieces of the adjuster chain that I found. You know how you've got the adjuster chain that bigger loops, bigger loops. And there's three little pieces of this. I'm going to put it all back together so it's a one piece. But so the chain, I think, is probably about a 16-inch chain. And I found the pendant separated from the chain. Chain was wrapped around, and the little pieces were separate from all of it. It was quite a little dig there for a minute, finding everything in a little 6-inch area. I really lucked out finding the whole thing. And why can't I turn it right? No matter which way I turn my wrist, it won't hang right. Yeah, maybe that's better. There we go. There we go. So that was a pretty little pendant at one time. So that was at the ballpark. And then that was on Monday. Last Friday, getting around to it, found 1 peso. That was a cool find. And I found a Susan B. Anthony, 1979 Susan B. Anthony. So that was pretty cool. We thought we had ring number 58 here on Friday, but last Friday, but it turned out to be a spacer of some kind. Hey, Jamie, how you doing? My chat disappeared, so I got to catch up on it here in just a second. Bad Idea Labs. Nice to see you. You know, I haven't checked it out. I think it's probably a narrow rim, I think. The date's not sitting on it, so I think it's the narrow rim. The date's got a little space between the rim. Dennis, I'm going to add you as a moderator, give you a wrench so you can check out some of these channels that maybe you don't know. Okay? Should have done that a little earlier. So yeah, I think it's probably a narrow rim because the date's not sitting on the rim. But I haven't really gone through all the coins to see if I've got anything unique or not. But yesterday was kind of funny because William E., he was on with me on my stream, and First off, he said, let's get some rings. And I got this ring. Shortly after, he said, let's get some rings. And then he says, I haven't seen you dig any nickels, because we were talking about nickels. He said, I haven't seen you needed a nickel to make my cycle. So just a couple minutes later, we dug this nickel. And it wasn't even a nickel tone. It was like a nickel on my legend. Generally runs 25, 26. Let's say a range between 24 and 27. And this one rang a 31. And we dug it up and it was a nickel. So I told William to say we needed a bracelet. Well, we didn't get the bracelet. That tweezer isn't going to work at all. Anyway, we didn't get the bracelet, but we got a little charm off of the bracelet. So that's close enough. So that was quite the interesting day. And over the past week, we've got some really strange things. Got some ammunition for a cap gun. A little surface find. Getting around to it, finds all these real neat goodies. I believe it was the Wednesday before. Then I got this little rubbing stone, which is kind of a unique find. I got it with a little coin spill. So, you know, it's a stone you hang on to and rub it. Rub it. Got some pencil lead. So people take the strangest things into parks. I wouldn't think to take a pencil lead. It could be school kids, you know, after school probably. That's probably it. Got a nice lighter that works. Got another lighter that doesn't work. It sparks, but there's no fuel in it, so I'll take that apart and get the flint out of it. This is a first for me, where I found a vape, and two people actually want me to send it to them. I guess this is a special kind or something. I don't know. Two people want me to give it to them. So we've got some other goodies. We're finding little shoes, so the game is afoot. Yeah, they want me to send them a used vape. I guess I cleaned it up with some alcohol and put a new charge in it. I think this is one that the mouthpiece is and the cartridge come out, and so you don't use the same mouthpiece. You get a new mouthpiece every time you get a new charge. So it's rechargeable. So I guess, I don't know. I don't use them, but I don't use a lot of things that I find and bring home, like I hesitate, but I found 2 Pog boxes. Anybody remember Pogs? You know what Pogs are, right? My kids used to have them, and I used to make them for the kids and stuff. And Pogs are plastic and metal, and slammers were always the metal ones. Play it kind of like marbles. You throw your Pog out on the ground, and somebody slams another Pog on top of it, and if you can bounce it out of the circle, then you win the Pog. And it's like, don't know where the game came from, but vapes look like all kinds of things. There's so many different vapes out there, and that very difficult to nail one down. There's one they call the walkie-talkie vape. It looks like a little bitty walkie-talkie, and the mouthpiece is, it looks kind of like this. So it would look something like that, a little square rectangle package with a mouthpiece sticking off of it, so they call it a walkie-talkie. I don't know. But we did get some good, interesting finds. And, I'm getting the little stuff. You get the little backs. I can always use these. I collect pins. So I don't think I got a good pin this time. But, we get some nice jewelry pins. Getting around to it, found this one. It's got some stones on it, a hairpin. And I got a couple keys for my collection. So we didn't do bad there. One of the strangest things that I've got in a while. This is I guess this comes out of a makeup kit, straight razor. It's actually very, very sharp. You could get cut very easily with that rusty old straight razor. And I found this in a tot lot. So I'm always grateful that I can find stuff like this and get it out of the tot lot where kids can play and get hurt with this. So thank you all for just spending some of your time with me. I really appreciate the fact that you are here. And I gotta run get my bag. Hold on 1 second. Give me 10 seconds here. I got all kinds of things that people leave in the park. And I forgot to bring my bag in, but we even found a whole, like a little surfing thing still in the package. So, pretty sure that will blow up and be fine. So, put it in a yard sale or something. Well, thanks, Dennis. I'm sorry you have to run so soon, but you and Lucy take care, okay? I really appreciate you coming to see what's going on and spending a little bit of time with me. That for every minute you add, that gets me closer to the watch hours I need. So I appreciate it, Dennis. You have a great day. Yeah, go have fun. Is Lucy able to go with you? Wait a minute, Vancouver Island. Well, that sounds like a really interesting place to metal detect. Yeah, that straight razor is more than kind of dangerous. I could just see a kid picking up that straight razor and, playing around, cutting themselves or slashing out and hurting another kid. That's always a possibility. Having 5 kids of my own and 6 grandkids, and having raised our 5 kids and raised 3 of our grandkids for more than half of their life, or about half of their life, we saw pretty much everything a kid can do. And while a kid is learning, they it's like the first time they see fire. Ooh, pretty! Touch it. No, don't touch it. And found another blade in the park yesterday. So this one's just as dangerous. I mean, it was laying there. There's no handle to it. A kid could pick that up. It's a steak knife, but that's still fairly sharp. Put it in a kid's hands, and you never know what's going to happen, right? If I'm bending over out of the frame here, it's because I'm dumping my bag out here. 10 steaks, and my bag is stuck in my bag. All right, Dennis. Well, you got twins, but that was a handful. We almost had twins. We had a daughter, and then about I don't know how many months later, anyway, they were just a year apart, born in 78 and 79, and they were like twins. And so, did I get anything interesting? I don't have them right here, but I did get a couple of Hot Wheel cars. Well, this was interesting. Fish bait. No hook in it, but nice. Nice, Dennis. Yeah, you're up there with me, age-wise. So sometimes these laying on the ground, they look real. You approach them like you want to catch them, but that's funny. We've got lots of different types of baits like that. Oops. And we got a couple little cottlebell type things. I need rubber grips on my fingers, I think. Anyway, we got two. I found this one in the tot lot. One of my first finds in the tot lot on Monday, and it was kind of weird. See you later, Dennis. Thanks again for hanging out with me. Okay, I appreciate you coming on my stream. You're 83 now. Well, you're 10 years older than I am. And you're going out to visit somebody on Vancouver Island? Hey, great. I'm glad you're out there. That gives me hope that at 83 I'll be able to get around too. So you keep moving. So looks like we're getting down to just a couple here. I'm still hanging out here. I got some things I can do here to. I'm gonna weigh some pennies here that. Yeah, that's a copper. I think I got quite a few coppers over the last. Oh, that's not a copper. And over the last few days, and a couple of days I didn't get any coppers, and a couple of days I got a whole handful of coppers. So I think this is the day. I think this was last Wednesday, and I didn't get coppers, but I did get like shrinking Lincolns. That's a zinkin that is barely there. Looks kind of like a fish in a way, or a crescent moon. So and yeah, last week I got a 22 shell, and I thought that I got a bullet that fit it, but that was a sinker. It almost fit though. So bowling, all right. So, are you going to go visit a friend that does metal detecting and you're going to go bowling? Nice. Did get 2 coppers on Wednesday. So I got a lot of crusty Zinkins like that over the last week. And I got some rollers too, so that's good. Last week I got quite a few rollers. Now this here you go. This we found, and getting around to it, found it. She's found some plastic money. This is the first time I've seen a plastic penny that sitting on the ground looks real. It's a little bit bigger than a regular penny, but just sitting on the ground, you know. See if I can find one that looks a little better than that. Here, like this one. Just sitting on the ground. Looks kind of real till you pick it up. Yeah, it's plastic. So, anybody gonna go hunting today? Today's my day off for hunting, so I'm doing my wrap up here, and because I haven't done a wrap, so I think because I'm trying to let my toe heal, I'm not going out as often. You go tomorrow? Cool. You gonna go any place interesting, DJ? Got a good, interesting place to go? Oh, Jamie, did you get some good pictures? I have to look and see. Did you get some good pictures of Nottingham Castle? I'd like to get over there and go to places like that. I've always wanted to go look at the castles and stuff that are still standing. There's some amazing stuff there. Yeah, that's what I do, DJ. Playgrounds and beaches. I got to get back over to the beach. I missed this last storm, and it looked like they had a pretty good cut. Some people got some pretty good stuff while they were there. Oop. The beaches are pretty nice around here for hunting. Okay. I'm gonna count up all this loot that I got here pretty soon here. Gotta clean up and throw away things. All right, well, I'm gonna go over there and check when I get off here. I'm gonna go check it out if you've got them loaded up. That's the only thing about using a GoPro and everything. Yesterday I took a couple of videos that I've got to edit and load up, upload to YouTube, and that's a job in itself, right? Definitely is a second part. It's a second job as far as getting what you do out there. The lives are much easier because I don't have to edit this. I don't have to do anything with it that makes a time difference. You know, I just have to sit here and wait for it to process. However, what's that? Two stuck together. Oh, look at there. I didn't even know I got those on Monday. Got 2 pennies that were stuck together. And I just thought it was one. I'm not very observant, am I? I found a silver dime at the beach, and I don't know which beach I found it at, but actually a 1964 silver dime, and didn't even know I had it. Got a nice stainless steel spoon yesterday. That's a heavy one. Nice design too. People take their home silverware out there. I take plastic when I go out camping. I don't take the silverware out of the drawer. So I don't know. All the things that we find in the parks and at the beach. The beach I was at yesterday, the lake beach, I really like that particular place because it gives constantly old and new. I mean, I find stuff that's been there for a long time, and don't know how I've missed it before, but the area is so big, and conditions are a lot of it, right? Conditions of the soil, conditions of the weather, whether the ground's wet or not, how conductive it is, whether there's something else masking it that you get out. And I've a lot of times found things that I dug in the same hole, nearly, just that far away, and what I dug the first time was masking what I dug the second time. Yeah, I know it's verboten. But still, I want to look, not detect, but just want to go and look at them, just to say I had. That someplace you'll never get. I'll never get to Belgium. I'll never get to France. I'll never get to England. That I know of. At least I don't have plans to get there, and just wish that I could. You know what I mean? So you now this was something I found, and I'm gonna continue cleaning this up. I don't think it's a piece of jewelry. I think it is part of a piece of hardware, though, like a nut or washer or something along that line. But looks kind of like a dolphin, huh? Found a nice wad of copper wire. So makes you wonder, what were they using copper wire like that for out there on the beach? Actually, that was not on the beach. That was at the park. So now I've got to figure out what to do with this. Well, I was talking about the POG containers and the POGs, and this one you can see is empty, right? They were together on the ground. Hey, Jersey Silver Stacker, how are you doing? Welcome back to my house. So anyway, pick up things, just, oh, that's interesting. I could possibly use those containers. Well, this one, can you see? I don't want to open it up, but that has something in it, and I opened it up and found out what it was, but I don't want my room to smell like skunk. So anyway, I'm gonna count up all my loot here, that other than things that I'm finding. I know this is a basketball team. Does anybody know basketball? Do they know what team that might be? I know that's got to be a logo for a team. Otherwise, why would they have a gibbet that had that as a bridge? So yesterday I got a gibbet, a little minion golfer. These are fun to find, because usually you just see the little black dot in the, see that little black dot someplace, and oh, that looks like a gibbet. I think we've got another one here. I don't know the reason they made this one, because this is like an advertisement that you put on your Crocs. So I didn't understand that one either. gears. Yeah, there's another gibbet. This is a different kind of a gibbet. It's got a little hook on it instead of a button to go in the crock. So, but little happy cloud and rainbow there. Huh. So I still have to get out my. I did find a nice chain yesterday. It's not a precious chain, but it's like a whole chain. Found a nice 7/16 socket, 3/8 inch drive. I'll clean that up. That's usable. And everything keeps going off on me. My scale keeps going off. Oh, that's another dime. Huh. Just picked up a couple pennies and found a dime in amongst my 1 centers. So yesterday was interesting because I picked up a lot of stuff. I did find a little brass lock. It was probably a luggage lock. That's the kind of lock you get on some of the lesser expensive luggage. Some kid probably had it in their pocket. But anyway, it's got a different type keyhole in it, which I don't have any key to unlock it, but you know. Got a few coins here that kind of dirty. There's one that I thought were copper, couldn't see, and there's 2, and I think that's the 3rd one. Yeah. Gotta go through these coppers. We might have something worthwhile there. No wheat cents. Another one. I got a few more than I thought. There's another one. So anyway, yesterday was kind of interesting getting those little pieces of jewelry and everything that kind of made my day, because I was just there last week and really didn't find anything on the beach or anything. It was right after Labor Day, because I was there on Labor Day. And then I came back on Wednesday after Labor Day, and it was kind of barren because there were several detectorists, several out there that day that were scouring the area, and that made it not difficult to find things really, but you don't want to just crowd in on another detectorist. So I keep my distance from other detectorists and let them do their thing. And then I go back a few days later and find what they missed. But it cuts me down on if they're hunting an area that I'm used to hunting and they're there, I leave them to it and let them hunt that area, and I go to another area because the park is big. You know, that particular park is huge, and they got lots of places to go, lots of places to be. Yesterday was a ball day. Got a rusty steel ball, and then a steel ball that's nice and clean, and then a plastic bead, looks like from a hair tie, one of those beads that goes on a hair tie. The elastic goes through those two little holes and makes like a little bolo. So, but that was kind of interesting with the why I found those particular type things. Getting around to it, found the bright, shiny one, and I found the rusty one, of course, because I dig mine up, and she finds hers on top of the ground. So I've still got a few people in here wondering what I'm doing. So anyway, I'm going through and just separating out the copper so I can count the zincons, how many zincons I found in the last week. Doesn't really matter what day it was. You know, I had Wednesday, Friday, and Monday and Wednesday. All the zincons, I generally get 20 or more a day, at least. Yep, you are, Jamie. You're always hanging out, and very much appreciated, brother, that you do. Yep. Sorry about that. Head butted you. That's one zinc, and I won't count. I dropped it and so I think I've got all the coppers. I can go through them again later and check it out. Oh, there's one. Uh, 125 miles, that's what, couple hours. Yeah, you're right, a couple hours to get there. That's if you can travel doing 60, 70 miles an hour, a couple hours. Right? So yeah, I know what the feeling, though. It's kind of daunting going someplace, driving that far, and then hunting. You're already tired when you get there from driving. Motorcycle's nice. I used to ride a motorcycle years ago. Had all kinds of different kinds of motorcycles, Harleys, Triumphs, Hondas, and had a lot of fun driving. But one of the things I didn't want to do, I had a few friends, and I'd ridden down here before in the 70s, early 70s. I'd ridden motorcycle down here to Los Angeles and didn't really enjoy driving in the traffic because people are crazy down here. I just don't want to ride a motorcycle where people change lanes at a moment's notice, and they'll change 4 lanes all at one time. And they don't care whether there's a motorcycle there or not. It's trying to find something really interesting here. You know what? I don't know what this is particularly. I know it comes out of something. I found them before. And it's got some kind of contact on it. Not quite sure what that is. Well, that's nice. Nice big one with saddlebags and big cowling on the front and windshield. Squeeze what? Squeeze the top and bottom together. Oh, it's like a button. Is that a button? Yeah, it does. I don't know. It's got a red spot on it. It doesn't squeeze. At least I'm not. Well, maybe it does. Oh yeah, it does. It does squeeze. It's like a button. Okay. Yeah. Doesn't do anything, but it does squeeze together. And the little black part here goes in. This doesn't, but this does. Great Scott! Peace, brother. How you doing? No, I didn't get a shock. I didn't get a shock. Maybe it doesn't. Yeah, I'm not strong enough to push it all the way in. Nope, I didn't get a shock. Of course, I have neuropathy in my fingers. I can't hardly feel them. That's why I'm dropping everything all the time. Because if you're holding on to something, or if you're holding on to something like that, pretty soon you just, if you have neuropathy, you don't feel it anymore, and it just kind of falls right out because you're not squeezing it hard enough. So anyway, I thought I got a few more than that. I probably have more in this mess of Zinkins. I have to weigh them because some of them are a little bit crusty. And so have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 coppers. That's not too bad. Oh, 11 coppers. I have 11 coppers. So out of all of these zincans, so what do I have in zincans? 2, 4, 6, 7, 10. Move my scale here. Zincans are hard to stack because they're so crusty and everything, most of them. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. They have little blisters on them and stuff when I find them. Well, there's 2. So I'll make a short stack. 5, 4, 6, 8. Okay, there's a short stack. There's 10 because I dropped 2. And see how crusty those things are. And these are the ones I love. Yeah, that one I could probably get away with cleaning up and rolling, but look at how much of it's missing. I'll never be able to roll that one though. I'll never get that one into a roll. But not that one either. So how's life treating you, Walker Magnet? Hey, thanks for coming in. I got 2 for 1 on Monday and I didn't know it. Sometimes you dig in zincans and you just look at a zincan and think, you know, well. 6, 8, 10. I do have a bunch of rollers here. Shrinking zincans. I got non-rollers and rollers. So you count the ones that roll. Well, you count them all, and then you got to clean up the ones that are crusty too. See how nasty some of these are. So don't know how many of these might have been valuable, you know, at one time, because there are some pennies that you can find in the dirt that have some value, but probably not in the condition they're in because they're zincons. And that, the ground ruins these things a lot. 4, 6, 8, 10. So, everybody having a good day so far on a Thursday? You guys just came in yesterday. Some of you saw my live and saw the little diamond earring. We're going to test that in a minute. And found a little silver charm yesterday. And I got ring number 58. So not much to speak of, but it's a ring nonetheless. So appreciate you guys coming in and hanging for a few minutes, spending part of your day with me. You think the diamonds are real? We're going to test them in a minute. I don't know. It is a silver earring. So it's possible that they're real diamonds. Very possible. Not probable, but very possible. I like these too. I can straighten that out in the vise. But I wonder if that looks like it might be copper. It is. That one, I don't know why I had it in with the zincons, but that's a copper. But it's that. That's why I had it in with the zincons. I thought it was crusty. Okay. Okay, where's the other one? I found one of the zincons I dropped. Looking all around. 2, 4, 6. I'm just counting the zincons here that I dug over the last week. Wednesday, Friday, Monday, and Wednesday. So we're counting them up, weighing out some coppers, and I'm going to count the money I found over the last 4 hunts. So we got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, $1.20, $1.78 in zincons. $1.78 in zincons. That's 178 zincons, right? Nickels. We got none on last Wednesday. We got 5 on Friday and 2 on Monday. So that's 2, 4, 6, 7. And yesterday we had a good nickel day, and William E. started it out saying, "Yeah, I haven't seen you dig any nickels." And so I said, "I'll find a nickel." And I went out just a few feet and found a nickel. That's it right there. And found that nickel, started it out, and then went over to the parking lot where I was digging the Friday before and uh, found two nickels. Well, I found 7 nickels in that parking lot after my life. So we got 8 nickels, and we got 7 nickels, so 15 nickels. So there's 50. Is 55 is 25, so 75 cents worth of nickels. So we've got $1.78 in Zinkins, and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So coppers altogether, the pennies are $1.90 and $1.75. So that's $2.65. $2.65. Now we got dimes. I had a really good week of dimes that last Wednesday. A week ago yesterday, I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8. I keep dropping them out of my fingers here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, $1.20 in dimes. Friday, I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, $13.30. So there's $2.50. And then I got 30 cents on Friday in dimes. So that's $2.80. And then yesterday, I had a killer day in dimes. I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. I got $2 in dimes yesterday. That was a killer day for dimes. So what I've got here is $2.80 and $2. That's $4.80 added to the, how much did I say I had over here? $1.90 and 75, $1.65. And $4.80, 65. So 85, 95. I have to add it all up. I got $2.65 and 95. So for right now, we'll call it $3 and $4, $7, right? Minus a nickel, so $6.95. And the quarters, I got $6.95. Okay, remember that, $6.95, because I might not. So I've got 2, 4, 6, $8, $2.25 on Wednesday. On Friday, we got $1.50, and on Monday, I got $1.75, and on yesterday, I got $1.25. So I got $1.75 and $1.25 is $3. $3, and $1.50 is $4.50, and $2.25, that's $6.75 and $6.95. So $12. So 670 and 7. So that is $13.70 and $1. Those got the Susan B. Anthony. So $14.70. That's not bad, but it's not great for. That's almost 3 gallons of gas. Almost 3 gallons of gas, not quite. 2 gallons at least. Thanks, Walker. So $14.70. That's a lot of holes. That's a lot of holes to dig. That's trying to figure. I dug well over 1,000 holes with everything else I dug. So well over 1,000 holes. There's a key ring and these little things out here. These are the little things I like finding. It's not worth anything, but that's the end to a mini USB. All pulled out of the cable. Not even sure what some of this stuff is. It's just remnants of something. This took me a while to figure out what this was, because I found it and it's all corroded and everything, but if you look at the shape of it, wait a minute, I know we've got another one here. Hang on a second. Oh, some of the things I like to get out. This was in the parking lot. So that would have been fun to get in some kid's bare foot. That was in the parking lot, and it wasn't even really buried. It was just in the grass. So, and getting around to it, found this one. All of her finds are surface finds. Got a bunch of stuff here. This is what I was looking for. She found this Okay, and that was on the surface. Nice big sharp hook for a kid to step on. And when I found this, I couldn't figure out what it was. But look at here, this is just a little bigger one. Can I, come on. It's the same thing as, come on, this. Without the hook, it's the weight, but it's corroded. So you find these things like this and you think, well, what is that? You know, and it's lead. You can heft it, but it's so corroded it's been down there, and the hook is rusted off of it. And so, you know, it takes you a while sometimes to figure out what these things are that you find. You ordered some cheap things from China? What'd you order from China? Getting around to it, found this. Somebody wanted some extra weight, so they tied some nuts to their sinker. So that was kind of a neat find. Got some usable nuts and a good lead weight. Yep, there's another nickel. Add the nickel to surface find for getting around to it. That makes it $14.75. She found some really interesting surface finds. Wheels off a wooden car. I put that on a short. And these I can always use these because you always break them or lose them. It's cord cinch for a chair bag or an easy up bag. It's a type of jewelry here that Getting Around to It found. It's a little bracelet that has a little clasp on it. So that's the type of jewelry kids wear around. Oh, cool. And Getting Around to It found a bunch of little nails, Sharpies that kids can step on. I don't know why people leave them in the park, but she gathered those up. And found us a die. So she does real well getting and she found us some garbage bags. Always use garbage bags, right? So something else here. Told you it was a week for balls. We got steel balls and other balls. Rummaging through all the surface finds It's got a flint in it though, and round to it found a nice keychain with don't know what, got a little wrist tag. So I can't get it on my wrist, but anyway, those go good in yard sales. Actually, I probably take the ring off of that one and put it on one of my metal detectors or something. So well, I got a big mess to clean up here. Got a lot of sorting to do. Got all kinds of bottle caps, things that I pulled out, little springs. These type things, you expect jewelry when you dig them out. You're hoping that they're jewelry, you know, little pieces of jewelry, but they're just, you know, chunks of metal. All fun to hunt. All give you, like in the tot lot. Well, this was all in the beach. It looked like somebody found all this little pieces of wire spread out all over the beach. So don't know what it comes out of, but you know, they send you on a merry chase. If you're digging iron like I do, because I want to find old iron stuff if it's there. I want to get to a relic of some kind. I want where's it at? Yeah, here it is. I want to find something like this. I know this has been in there for years. It's a bolt and a nut, and there's nothing really impressive about it. It's just an old nut and bolt. But what if that was, you know, the bolt out of an old, I don't know, wagon. Let's put it that way. What if you're hunting in a place and you're hunting on some place where there's an old wagon trail or something, and you find something like this? It could very well be a bolt that held a wagon together, right? So I dig these sounds because one day I'm going to be someplace where iron means something, you know. If it's still there, I'm out in the desert someplace and find a bolt like this. It could very well be, you know, from an old piece of hardware, from an old tool or a wagon, you know. These things enthrall me, so I don't disregard iron. I look for it because I want to be able to find iron relics. Metal Detecting Scotland. He goes to all these farms and everything, and he finds all kinds of farm implement pieces. But he also finds things like the piece of a bucket that's got a goat's head or a bull's head or something that is, you know, maybe a couple thousand years old. I wish. I wish we could get the watch hours, but you know, this is probably not 100 years old, but it could be. It it could be that old. But just interesting, these things to me. They're not to other people. I mean, a lot of people are going after this. You know, that's all they want. They want the tones that give them this. Me too. Me too. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But these things, what year is this? See if I can find a year on this one. It's an eagleback quarter that is, oh, come on, light. See, that's only in 1995. But that's, the older the better for me. I do like the older coins. But then you got to check all the eaglebacks because they are definitely older. 84. Then there's now I got to go through all of these, clean them up a little better. But they say you're not supposed to clean your coins, but in order to see what they are, you have to clean them somewhat, right? So let me get my tester real quick. We're going to test that. I think I got all my little I bought a bunch of these at the Dollar Tree. They're really cool because you get to separate some of your stuff out, and they're big enough to where you can carry quite a bit of stuff. And I've got some small ones, but they're just not big enough to carry anything. See, I dug a little hairpin. It's not precious, but it's different. Yeah, I can actually put this in the pocket of my cargo pants, my cargo shorts. See, there's another one of those that you can tell right away what it is. You know, you don't have to ponder on it, but then you find that one, it's the same thing. You just have to ponder on it a little bit. So see, there's another pin back, but it's so corroded I had to ponder on that one for a little while too. But then what do you see that's really familiar on that you know what it is right off the bat if you're looking at it, if you're looking for it. See the little dimples there, or little nipples there, that you can see that it is, where'd it go? Well, I had another one. Yeah, here it is. That's one of those, right? So, but you have to look at it real close, clean it off a little bit to figure out what it is. This one I doubt will work, but it'll still go in my pin collection. So some of the things I pick up is really weird. Just really shiny things. I'm like I said, I'm like a crow. If it shines, I'm gonna pick it up because I don't know what it is yet. Let me reach over here and get my tester. Okay, got my trusty little diamond tester here. So we're going to see if this is diamonds or not. Maybe if you guys, wish it so, it will be so. So we will turn this up here to 4. And the light come on, there it goes. All right, let's see. Nope, they're not real. I kind of figured that, but I think they do go up, so they're not glass. Glass doesn't go up. So there's little gem, maybe CZ, cubic zirconia, maybe, because they do move. They do move the meter. Let's see. Come on. They do move the meter somewhat. So, not diamonds, but it is silver. And give me 10 seconds here. I'm going to go. I haven't done this before, but we're going to try it here. Let's see. I have a little jar of silver cleaner, and I'm going to drop that down there. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009, 1010, and pull that out, and have a little something here. I pull the back off this, and wipe this off a little bit. can definitely see that that's turned from chalky to bright silver. That means it's silver. Can you guys see it right? See how it was chalky white, and now it's, you can't, never does justice. Never does justice. The light that I see and the light the camera picks up, two different things. Anyway, you can see it is silver because it's bright shiny now instead of white chalky. So there you go. We did get a silver earring. So there you go. Not diamonds. Nope. Platinum, the silver cleaner won't, platinum would shine anyway. But the silver cleaner, if it's not marked 925, and it looks white like this, okay, and then when you take this and if this was platinum, it would be shiny. It would be shiny like that. You know, it wouldn't be corroded at all if it was platinum. And then now if we drop that in there, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009, 1010. This should this one didn't. This one might not be silver. Yeah, I thought this one was silver. No, it is. It is. It's just not gonna. It cleans off. It's got a coating on it. But this is marked now that I cleaned it. Let me see. This one didn't shine like bright. It's got some kind of coating on it. And it says 925, SU 925 Italy. Let's see. Can I get that? I don't know whether I can get that to. I don't think I can. There it is. Can you see that? SU 925 Italy. That's, I think you can get it. Can you see it? So that is definitely silver, SU925 silver. Hey Annette, how are you? But see, silver doesn't always, it's got a coating on it. So it cleaned it off. The silver cleaner cleaned it off, but and if you look right here, where's something I can point with? Here's a little pointer. If you look right, maybe, this is difficult, where it's scratched. Yeah, see it? Can you see the glint right there? Where it's scratched. There's a little glint right there next to the eyelet. Where anyway, I wish I had a scope. I gotta get a scope. I really have to get a scope and see if it works on this thing so that I can show you these things. But definitely 925 silver. But the silver cleaner usually works really good. If it looks chalky, like silver, silver and lead are close to the same thing. Silver will kind of look chalky like that, and then when you clean it, it looks like that, nice and bright and shiny. Yeah, I have a 30 times scope. It's a little bitty thing. I actually have a 60 times scope too. It works really well, but it doesn't work on camera here. The scope I'm talking about is like a microscope, and you put the items under it, and it has like a light and everything, and you can go down like a microscope. Big. So you can really show things close up with it. This, this is 30, 60, 90, but I can't hardly show you guys anything with it. It's like this. The angle is all wrong for showing you things. Well, that's pretty cool. That's pretty good. I don't think this was marked, but it is definitely silver. Oh, it looks like I've been on for 2 hours here. My ducky just squawking at me here. Yeah, I'm sure it's not marked. But it definitely went from chalky to bright lights. So 2 silvers yesterday, no gold, but that's the way it goes, huh? I know this is not silver, but I'm going to stick it in the silver cleaner. Let's see what happens, because it's not silver. I know that ring that I found. It's just a cheapy, corroded thing. I like this one. I've used it so much that it's got a light. It's got actually 3 lights in it. and I used it so much the battery wore out. But this is really nice because it closes up. It's not too big, and it doesn't. I had one of the loops that swung out and kind of, opened up and lost the lens out of it somehow. This you can't lose the lens. These are really cool, and they're not real expensive either. So I think I paid for 2 loops. I paid like $9 or something like that. So, but this is really neat. These little 90 ones, that doesn't, I can't see too well through that 90 one, but the 30 and the 60 work real well. So I would suggest one of these because you can carry them in your pocket, and it closes up so it doesn't get scratched up. Oh, the light's working for a second. I still have a little bit of juice in there, but I got to get some new batteries for it because trying to find light for it, you got to move it all around and everything. But if you've got this little light in here, you don't need to find light. You don't need to have sunlight, and so I've got to get new batteries for it. So yeah, I suggest one of these. Yeah, you don't really need the 90 though because it's so small, and rarely do I use the 60, but the 30 I use a lot. Yeah, Amazon's got these, and I try not to order from China because sometimes you have to because that's the only place you can get things. But I like to order from American companies, even if they get them from China, then you can deal with an American company. And it's like bought a pinpointer, had it sent to my son TCAT because we make the pinpointer covers for with scoops for the Mind Labs and for the Garrett, and we got an XP, and I bought it from XP, and he got it yesterday, and it was broken. So the company, being here in America, I contacted him. As soon as he told me that it was broken, he said, "Oh, I can glue it." Well, it's supposed to be waterproof, so if the battery cap is broken, likely the case is broken too. So I called him, or I emailed him right away, sent a message, and boom, right away I got a message back, and they said, "Oh, we'll send the cap out tomorrow." And I said, "I'd rather have the whole thing, because if the cap's broken, a big chunk out of it, then the case is likely broken, so we have another problem there if we just replace the cap." And he says, "Understood." And he said, "I'll send a new one out tomorrow and a return label for the broken one." And boom, done. So by Saturday, he'll have a new one. So he needed it to have the dimensions of it to make the pinpointer cover with a scoop and a spade that we make. So yeah, I always deal, like I said, even if the product comes from Japan or China, I'd rather deal with an American company, because let them deal with China, and I don't want to wait weeks for things. I want things to happen a little faster. Only company that I deal with out of the country that I have absolutely no problem with is Nocta. I've had 2 problems with my Legend, and the first one was my fault. I lost the nut. Where did I have it here? There it is. Okay, found one of these yesterday. It's an adjustment footing, but the nut looked a lot like this, and what it was I have a spare battery that comes with uh, the it's an outside battery, comes with the Legend Pro kit. So there's a nut that looked like this, a little bolt that screws into the battery and through the casing of the shaft for the Nocta Legend and holds the battery in place. I lost it. I didn't tighten it up good enough and I lost it. So I asked them how much it was to buy one. They notified the guy, and I'm going to give him a shout out right now, Andy at We Dig Metal Detectors, and his information is in my description of all my videos. Not this one yet, but if you go to one of my last lives or my last video of any kind, go to my last live from Monday, the live from Monday. And that has information for Legend there if you need it ever. But so I lost it. They replaced it within the week, and it didn't cost me anything. And then they're in Turkey, but Andy at We Dig Metal Detectors, he handles all of their repairs and everything. So here recently, my 11-inch coil went dead, and I notified them, boom, right away. Within 2 days, I had one in the mail, and I don't have any problems dealing with Nocta at all. So if you ever get a Legend or Simplex, you deal with Nocta, just know they're a good company to deal with, and they back their warranties expeditiously. Yeah, that's true. I mean, you get things that are cheap, like I deal with Harbor Freight all the time, buying tools from them, and they want me to buy a warranty on them, and I don't do it because it costs more for the warranty than it does to replace the tool. Cool. I have not used the Simplex Plus, but I've heard that it's really a good one. And my Legend, it's got some of the same technology as the Legend. I would trust the Simplex or the Simplex Plus. I'd probably trust Minelabs and Garrett with the Vanquish. That those lesser expensive detectors are still good, and I would suggest that anybody that wants to get into metal detecting do it as inexpensive as possible to find out if they love it or not. Oh, just sit down with it and use it, and you'll figure it out real quick, Annette. I don't know all of the technical stuff of the wheres and whys of things. I do mess with the settings of the Legend for tones and stuff and the thresholds and everything, and I've got a feel for it, but I have no idea what some of that stuff is supposed to do. But anyway, I really appreciate all you guys being here. Just want you guys to know that. Even if you take 10 minutes out of your day to give to me, impresses me immensely. I doubt it, DJ. I doubt that unless the headphones are universal. Uh, Wireless is they're unique. Um, uh-oh. Did I? I think I left my tester on. No! Now I got to take it apart. No, I don't have to take it apart. What kind of battery is it? 9 volt? Okay, I got plenty of 9 volts. Oh, dogs. 9 volt battery. uh, I bought a set of headphones, and they don't pair with my Nocta Bluetooth headphones, and it kind of ripped me because I thought Bluetooth is Bluetooth, right? But the headphones pair with my they don't pair with my iPad because it's different technology, but they pair with my phone, both phones. I have 2 phones. One I use as a phone, and one I use as just an alarm, and I use it as a FaceTime phone on Facebook when I need it. It pairs with both of those, but it won't pair with my Nocta. So I wouldn't buy something unless it said it. That's not what I wanted to say. If you have a set of headphones and it works on your Vanquish, it's not going to guarantee that it would work on any other Bluetooth detector. So that's something I couldn't tell you, just that might not, because there is 2 different technologies there for some reason. Yet the Nocta headphones will pair with my phone, but the headphones that pairs with that I bought, they were earbuds, so that I didn't have to wear headphones over my head. I could wear them, just the earbuds, and hook them over my ears, but they won't pair with my Nocta. I've tried several times, but they my Nocta regular headphone Bluetooth will actually pair with my phone. So I don't know. Yeah, I couldn't tell you about any other detector except what other people have said to me and told me. My son has a Vanquish, but he hasn't taken it to the beach yet, so don't know. I have another son that bought the Simplex, and he bought one of the other Nocta metal detectors for my grandson. They came out here to visit me, and my grandson fell in love with metal detecting, and he was only like 6 years old, but he fell in love with metal detecting, and they went home and they bought metal detectors, and they liked the Nocta because I had the Legend, and they went to Nocta. Then I have a nephew that bought, because he saw my videos, and he went out and bought a Mind Labs, and a lesser expensive one, but it wasn't the Vanquish. So Garrett, I don't know anything about Garrett except I have the Garrett pinpointer, and I love it. and it works real well. It reminds me I've got to change the battery in that too, because it started giving me, the Garrett does a weird thing when the battery gets low. You get it too close to a target and it overloads, and it gives you this high-pitched squeal that almost blows your eardrums out. So and that old doesn't really have anything to do with it. It's just ability to use it, you know, because I'm 73 years old, you know. And Dennis, he said he's 83. But some of the technology, I know how to use it, not tend to it, you know. Well, the Simplex Plus has some more adjustments than the regular Simplex, so uh, you know who might communicate with um, Treasure Outdoors. Austin would be more than happy to talk to you about the Simplex Plus. He bought that and uses it once in a while. Who else has a Simplex Plus? But he doesn't go to beaches. It's Paystreak Super Freak. He, I think he has a Simplex Plus and uses it in park. So. Well, Nocta's a good brand. I don't know how well their pinpointers work, but I know how well their Legend works. Me too. There's not room in my brain for much more. Mine's full. All these years. Are you sure you got the light, but not the plus? I thought it was a plus. Maybe not. Maybe it was the light. But I know he has a regular Simplex, and the one he got might be the light. You might be right there, or probably are right, DJ. Yeah, but I know he has a Simplex, so he could still help Annette with the adjustments on the Simplex and working with the beaches and sand and stuff, because he's had a Simplex for a long time. I know when I first started watching him, he was using a Simplex a lot. So there's a lot of people out there. You know, I believe that if you communicated with Nocta or even Andy at We Dig Metal Detectors, his information and his contact is in my descriptions. When you see that I have a description, his contact will be in there, the last few especially. Oh no. Let's see. You know what? Ha 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 ha. I stuck that little bling ring in the silver cleaner, and you want to know something funny? I thought it was painted on the inside, but it's been in the silver cleaner, and look at that. The inside of it's silver plated. See how shiny that is? The inside of that ring, number 58, is silver plated. So the whole ring must have been silver plated at one time. But it actually lasted on the inside because it wasn't there to be corroded. It didn't get the same treatment. But anyway, silver plate, not worth any more, but impressive anyway that this little junk ring would be silver plated. A Discord server. I'll have to look into that, DJ. So, like Annette says, I have a little trouble with technology, and maybe I can get my daughter to help me look into Discord. Was that kind of like Zoom or something, where you can hook up and all be in the same screen and talk to each other? That would be neat. Cool. Yeah, well, I will look into that. I wonder how many detectorists are. Yeah, you have to have the camera and microphone for sure. I don't have such a great thing here. DiscordApp.com. I'll look into it. Who knows? That would be neat because you're looking at me, but I'm not seeing you here. So I know Coin around, if you look into, they have the StreamYard and they have people get up and talk. So does FL Thunder and Charlie. And they, on the StreamYard, you can get up there and talk to each other and see each other. Yeah, that's true. Well, we'll have to look into Discord and see if we can put together a group and have a Discord chat once in a while. I've been on 145 minutes. So what time is it in Belgium again? You don't like being on camera? Well, you can just put a picture up. A lot of people do that in front of the camera. They just put a picture up of something. You don't have to. Eight p.m. Wow. Just now, for me, 11 a.m. So I'm gonna stay on and for another 2 minutes to say goodbye to everybody, and thank you again for being so kind as to spend some time with me and kind of look over all the treasure trash I found. I didn't even pull all of it up here, but I did show the important parts here. But that was nice to know that that's actually silver, and that this is actually silver and is marked silver. You can see it right there, the marking. Yeah, I like doing live streams. I didn't think I would. I didn't think that I was cut out for it at all. And I'm not a real big entertainer, but I like talking to you guys. I like sharing with you what I find, and both ways. I like sharing with you in videos and shorts and the lives, and I really appreciate you guys being my subscribers and hanging out with me. It's a lot of fun, and especially when you're from another country. I know people from all kinds of countries now: Australia and Belgium and England and New Zealand, and it's been grand so far, and I hope I can keep this up for a long time. So you guys have a great day. DJ, you have a great night, and peace be with you all. Hit that like or the dislike on your way out, and just know you have my appreciation. And later, Gators. Till next time. Let's hunt.